Access granted. Transferring data. Activated.
Good morning. Happy Monday. I am Peter. This is Peter versus the machine. The machine is right over there. We are going to do it. We are continuing today playing and teaching Terraforming Mars. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Marcus. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend? Mine was good. I got to play. Let's see. I ran a D&D game yesterday for Terry Campbell and his son and my sister and our friend Owen Seiler from Gen Con's Q Rooms, the housing company, was in town. So he got to join us as a guest and we had a good time. And let's see, we did Saturday, we played 1830, which is an 18XX, the original 18XX game. Our second time playing it, our second failed attempt to finish the game. I mean, we played. That's a long game, especially when you don't know what the heck you're doing, which is definitely where we fell in. But it's a fun game. I think every time we play it, we get a little bit more efficient, maybe budget a little bit more time and a little less wine, and I think we'd have a chance. So today we are continuing our game of Terraforming Mars. Terraforming Mars. We started last week. Got about halfway through it, but with the explanations and stuff, it takes long. It's not a super long game, but it's long enough that pausing to teach it and then play the whole game is a little longer than this show allows. So we broke it into two. I'm not going to re-explain the whole game, although am going to summarize the game for you, and I will talk a little bit about what my strategy is. I want to emphasize. Hey, Armando, welcome, welcome. I do want to emphasize that I don't claim to be, a world-class competitive player at this game. So in all the games I play, so feel free. I'm here to teach the game and teach you what I know and teach what strategies I know. But I'm also hoping that people will chime in and give me advice on how I can improve my game. So if you're already an expert Terraforming Mars player and don't mind the limitations of having to type in chat, feel free to give me share your thoughts on what is great about this game and how best to play it. Okay, so let's jump in and take a look at this the map where we're at. Okay, so this is the main menu when you first start. We're going to just resume the last game that we were playing. Yes, no, I'm not going to forfeit. We're going to play. All right, great. Let's try this. See what happens. Planet in sight. Preparing for arrival. Okay, so in just a recap of the rules, we are a corporation. In our case, Interplanetary Cinematics, who has been hired to terraform Mars. And oh, yes, Steve, I was going to play that video at the beginning of this. I forgot. Oh well, we'll keep going. By the way, there is a cool video on my Facebook page that is the report of where we're at as a corporation in this process of terraforming Mars. Steve and I had fun putting this together. In terraforming Mars, our job is to change certain key metrics of the planet to make it habitable for human life. And that is and you can see these over on the right side of the screen, just above the picture of me. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Typically, mouse is a hard thing to see. But there is three. Yeah, you can see my mouse is really tiny, right on the little drop of water above my head. That so where it says 2/9, that means we have placed 2 of the 9 ocean tiles so that Mars has water. The other 2 key metrics are oxygen levels and temperature. Our oxygen starts at 0%. We have managed to increase it to 5%. And our temperature started at negative 28 degrees, or negative, maybe it started at negative 30, and our goal is to increase it up to 8%, 8 degrees Celsius. In percentages and degrees, confused today. All right, this is the cards you see here. Every turn begins, we're using a draft mode. Every turn begins with a draft. We have 4 cards. You pick which ones that you want to, you pick one that you want to have the option to buy, and pass the other 3 to another player, and so on until you have, and then you pick up the 3 that were passed to you, and out of those you pick one. Typical draft mechanic until you're left with 4 cards. They're not the 4 cards that you were originally dealt though, and then you choose which of those 4 you want to buy. These cards are projects of doing crazy things on Mars, like making a magnetic field dome, or a Phobos space haven, or draft escarpment consortium. Oh, the great escarpment consortium. I can zoom in on these. Looks like space elevator. Yeah, space elevators. These all sound good. All right, so I need to pick one of these, and let me recap our situation just a little bit. Let's see. Now down here on the left, I have, these are the main resources in Terraforming Mars. The left one where it says 32, there's this row on the bottom, left to right. 32 is how many mega credits I have. The number right above it is mega credit production. That's my income each round, in addition to my terraforming rating, which is currently at 25. That's the number over here on the yellow tag on the far left, the vertical column of tags here. I'm not yellow. I usually play yellow in games. Anytime you sit down and play the game and everybody picks which color they're going to play, I always ask for yellow, because nobody ever wants to play yellow, and that way I always get the color I want. Okay, so I am playing blue in this, and my terraforming rating is 25. This is how good the government thinks I am at terraforming, based on my track record of increasing temperature, placing oceans, etc. So my income each term is going to be this number plus with that 25 plus the 6 that I have from my own corporation's P&L, if you will. Okay, so that's going to be my income. The next resource here is steel. I have 3 points of steel in inventory, and I have production of 3 steel per turn. Next is titanium. I have 3 titanium, and I have production of 3 titanium per turn. Next is plants. I have 7 plants and production of 1. I haven't gone big on plants. And I have 2 energy and energy production of 2, 5 heat production of 3. Okay, I have 11 cards in my hand. That's a little high. It's because I went for the planner award, and so I accumulate a lot of cards in early game to get one of the awards that you can get from the government. And now that I've passed that, I can start spending them. I've played a bunch of cards. It looks like all these cards are cards that I've played. Okay, I'm not going to go through them, but those are there. I have over here, you can see what tags I've played. I got 10 building tags, 4 power tags, etc. There are various projects that are influenced by what tags you have. Sometimes you need certain tags to be able to play a new project, and so on. I have 6 victory points. At the end of the game, your total victory points are going to be your TR rating, your terraforming rating, plus however many victory points you have off of cards. Some cards have victory points, in this round thing that looks like Mars is designed for victory points. I have some actions that I can do each turn, and so on. Okay, I think that's... Once I'm done with the drafting, we'll be able to look at the map, but it's going to force me to do this drafting thing first. Okay, so... That's always fun to try and pick up a game after you've been away from it for a week. Try and remember what the heck you were doing. Geeky Broken Hoodie. I love that name. Welcome to Peter vs. Machine. Space Elevator. Yeah, how does that work? I think I'm going to take your question seriously, actually. I think part of how it works is getting something in orbit where the center of gravity, enough mass that it maintains orbit, but the center of gravity of that mass has to be in a geosynchronous location above the planet. So, or magnets. Oh, Okay. Maybe, yeah, that sounds like a good way to do it too. Okay, so I'm going to pick one of these to do. This is magnetic field dome. That decrease your energy production by 2 steps and increase your plant production by 1, and raise terraforming rating by 1. Terraforming rating is income and victory points. That's pretty interesting, and it's also pretty cheap. It only costs 5, but you have to lose 2 energy production. I think I don't remember exactly, but I think I had some other uses planned for my energy production. So, Phobos Space Set, increase your titanium production by 1, 7, place a city tile in the reserved area. That titanium production is really nice. It's also 3 victory points. I think that's the card I'm going to keep. Great Escarpment Consortium. I would increase my steel production by 1, decrease somebody else's by 1. Well, that's mean. But yeah, I would do it, sure. Or increase Space Elevator, increase titanium production by 1 and get 2 victory points. And it looks like, I want a little more detail, I can spend 1 seal to gain 5 mega credits. That's kind of interesting, I guess. 3 victory points. With the city doesn't really do much for you, although increase your mega credit production by 1, and because I don't think, yeah, it's going to be up in space, so I can't build around it. Versus 2 victory points. I think I would rather. Well, that's kind of a hard decision. I guess I'm going to take the Phobos, just from perspective that it's worth an extra victory point. Okay, so that's the card I'm selecting in the draft. I'll keep that. Yes, and now it's passing me 3 cards, the 3 that were not selected by the opponent to my virtual left or right. I am playing against AIs, not actual opponents. Are AIs actual? I'm not playing as human opponents. There we go. That's probably better. That's probably the more correct way of saying it. Okay, let's look at these cards. Solar power, just increase energy production by 1 step. You can build a power plant for that cost. You also have to remember that all these cards are, you're paying $3 to get the card into your hand. $3, 3 mega credits. So when you think of how much these cards cost, always mentally add 3 to this number. I just want to look. Well, let me look at standard projects right now. Well, I think I can. Oh, it's also worth a victory point, and I could use steel to build it. Okay, I guess that's kind of good. Let's look at advanced allies. Each titanium you have is worth 1 mega credit more. Each steel is worth 1 mega credit more. Oh, that's interesting. I have really good titanium and steel production, so that would help. Wow, that's interesting. Michael or Michelle Squirrel. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a fun game. Every time I play it, I go, wow, I like this game. It's fun. I should play it more often. Of course, I have a lot of games like that. That's an embarrassment of wealth, I guess. That's what that's called. Okay. I like that card. Lagrange Observatory. It's worth a victory point, and you get to draw 1 card. And it's got... I've also been in the running, I'm glad I just remembered this, for science tags. And space tags are interesting because they have, I can use my titanium to get a discount in building them. Building tags are interesting because I can use steel to get a discount, and since I have steel and titanium, both those are good. I really like this advanced alloys bit, and it is also a science card. I think I'm going to take that. All right, I'm going to select it instead of the other one, or is it not letting me? There. Oh, I have to unselect the other one. Okay, I unselected that. Select this. Keep. Okay. Now I got the next 2 cards. This one, oxygen has to... Anytime there's a red tag above the card, that is a prerequisite to be able to play the card. In this case, the oxygen has to be at least 3%. It's a 5%, so that's okay. This is a good card for when you play an animal, plant, or microbe tag, including this one. Add a microbe to this card, and then for every 3 microbes, it's worth a victory point. I do have a little microbe thing going on, but let me look at this card. Nitrogen-rich asteroid. I get to, it's a space tag, means I can spend titanium. It's also an event tag, which means I get a 2-point kickback whenever I do an event, because I'm a cinematics company. Okay, this gives you TR by 2, and increase your temperature by 1, increase your plant production by 1, or 4 steps if you have 3 plank tags. Wow, that looks good, I guess. I think I'll choose that one. Remember, I'm not at this point obligated to buy any of these cards. Okay, so now what it's saying is we're done with the draft. Here are the 4 cards I drafted. Which of these do I want to buy? It's, one of the challenges I have in this game is I'm always buying too many cards, and so it's like, what cards really help my strategy? Which ones, otherwise, why bother? Okay, so I'd like to be able to, I can look at the cards I have in my hand. Okay, I want to take a moment to look at the cards I have in my hand, to use that to help me decide what I'm going to buy, because it doesn't do any good to buy a card if I'm not going to actually play it. Then I'm just wasting money. Steelworks, let's go through and look at these cards real quick. Convert energy to steel and increase oxygen. I don't have enough energy production. So every turn energy that you don't use each turn that you generate, if you don't use it, it gets converted to heat. So you can never build up to 4 energy unless you have some card that gives you energy in some exception situation, or if your energy production is actually 4. My energy production isn't 4. I don't think I'm going to take the time to make it 4, so I don't think I'm going to use that card ever. Mine cheap, yeah, I'll probably build that at some time. 1 satellites, increase my mega credit production by 1 for each space tag I have. Okay, so that looks interesting. Energy tapping could increase my energy. That also has a -1 victory point. I don't think I'm going to use that one either. Research, it's a victory point, and draw 2 cards and 2 science tags. Okay, I'm definitely got a lot of science tags, more than in an average game, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Standard projects, yeah. Robotic workforce, that's a very interesting card. It lets you basically copy the effect of a previously played card with the building tag. That can be really nice. Lunar beam, decrease mega credit production by 2 and increase heat and energy production by 2. That would get me to 4 energy production. That other thing. Wow, I've got a lot of cool cards I can play. I think I'm going to prioritize the science cards, though, and keeping and do a little investing in my steel and titanium. So, going back to cards that I need to draft from, I'm going to take the advanced alloys and the Space Haven, and I think I'm going to pass on well, yeah, boy, maybe this oxygen feeder would be good. Every time you do that, you get a I would have to be committed to increasing my energy production to do that. I don't know. Any advice, anybody? Do we have an opinion? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. Sure. I feel like I have too many cards and I'm buying too many cards, and I'm sure that's true. Okay, so now it's the other players are playing, the AIs, and now it's my turn. Okay, so now it's my turn. We can kind of pause and look at the map. So you can see the map of Mars as it's been developed so far. These are cities that I'm mousing over, and there are forests, a couple forest tiles. There's some Water tiles, these are the 2 of the 9 oceans that we need to get to, ocean tiles we need to get to get that metric accomplished. So the way the game's structured now, just as a recap, I'm taking turns with the AIs. Green, it's in the order that everybody's listed over here in the left column, where it says green, then blue, etc. I'm blue, so I'm second. And we're going to rotate. We're going to take turns taking turns. And when it's your turn, you can take 2 actions, 1 or 2. You can choose, and it's fun little decision point, because sometimes you want to slow things down and see what other people do, and so you might just take 1 action so that you can sort of stay in the rotation as long as possible. Other times you're going to be in a big hurry to do something that you want to beat some other player doing it, so you will you might go 2 actions a turn to get that. We have all the milestones have been selected. These are awards that are worth 5 victory points to whoever accomplishes and claims them first. And I've got the Terraformer and I've got the Builder and the Planner awards, and Green got the Mayor award for 3 cities. There are awards are granted at the end of the game that you can spend money to fund. So out of these 5 different awards, 3 of them will get funded. So this is going to be a key part of the strategy. So let me make sure I explain this fairly well. This is going to be, as we go towards the end game, we're going to 3 of these awards are going to get bought, presumably. The Landlord awards, if it gets funded, will give points to whoever has the most land tiles in play. And you can see the ranking on the right. I'm in last place. I haven't done much on the planet. The Banker will go to whichever civ has the highest mega credit production. Again, on the right there, you can see the pop-up that tells the ranking of mega credit production. I'm 3rd place. Next is Science. That's whoever has the most science tags in play. I'm tied with 2 other players for 1st place, but I'm sitting on a bunch of space tags in my cards, so I kind of like this one. Thermalist is have the most heat resource. I have 5, but I don't have super high heat production compared to other players, although I should take a look and see where we're at on that. And then the Miner, whoever has the most steel and titanium. I like this. I have a good chance. I think I have a good chance of winning this. But let's take a quick look at what the other players have for mega credit production, steel and titanium production. Even though it's inventory, not production, it counts. It's the production that's going to get you to high inventory numbers. Same with heat production. Okay, so Green. Let's see what the competition's like. Green has slightly better mega credit production. Green has no steel or titanium production at all, and very low energy and heat production. So that's interesting. Red has pretty high mega credit production at 9. No steel production, 1 point of titanium production, and 4 energy production. Okay, and then Yellow has 4 mega credit production, no steel production, 1 titanium production, and a little bit of energy production. So I think I'm in. I can also look real quick at cards played. I'm just going to count science tags. 1, 2. Oh, that's right. We saw that before. I don't know what cards they're holding in their hands, though. So I think that I like this strategy. I'm going to focus on maximizing my steel and titanium production, and so that I can rush towards really high inventory levels at the end of the game, and also science tags. That's what I'm going to do. And in addition to that, I'm going to get however many points I can get for terraforming, to do the thing. So let's take a look. Okay, so let's click back on me. It is my turn. Everybody's going, come on, Pete, let's play. Go. Okay, I like to do my actions first in a turn if I have no reason to go in a particular order, because it's really easy to forget to do them. So, tardigrades! Yes, I forgot. I have tardigrades. Yes, I'm going to use that action. And Yes, confirm. All right, and I get 2 actions. I might as well take another one. I don't have see a reason to go to go slow or go fast. Okay, let's see. This one, spend any amount of energy to gain that amount of mega credits. Oh. Huh. Well, I don't think I want to use that. I probably built that just to get a building tag, and um, this can get useful if you have a way to convert energy into some other resource other than heat. It can be useful towards the end of the game if the heat metric gets maxed out, so the temperature raises all the way up to 8 degrees Celsius. Then you know your energy going into heat and accumulating heat isn't doing much good except for that heat award. So I don't but it can give you something to do with energy late in the game, or that can be okay. But in this game, energy temperature is really lagging behind the other metrics, so I don't actually think it's going to happen. Okay, what does Search for Life do? Spend 1 mega credit to reveal and discard the top card of the draw deck. That card has a microbe tag. Add a science resource on this card. Okay, let's just go ahead and do that. Sure. See what we got. Reveal. Nope, it has plant tag. Okay, done. Okay, that is the end of my turn. Red's going. Let's see what they do. They use their trails and their security fleet. I almost said Serenity Fleet. Yeah, where'd that come from? All right, yellow is doing shuttles. Back to green. It goes by. It's a little hard to really see what the other AIs are doing. On the other hand, I wouldn't want it to go slower. It's like I might be able to see better what they were doing if it was slower, but it already feels too slow. So anyway, okay, back to me. I don't think I want to do that action, so I've got $22 and 3 titanium and 3 steel to play cards with, and this would allow me to, okay, that. Let's get this mine in play just to invest. The sooner I get this producing for me, the sooner I can I'll be using it. And let's see if there's oh yeah, so this satellites is 1 per, it'll increase my mega credit production by 1 per space tag. So this is going to be really good. The question is when to do it. How many space tags do I have right now? I have 2 space tags. It's not a lot. I think I'm going to wait just a little bit and see if I can get that number up. Boy, look at all these cards with science tags. There's no real benefit to playing them early, unless it's some other effect that it has. Did we get the alloys card, that advanced alloys? I think getting this out in play, the sooner I get this in play, in fact, I should have played this first. This increases, okay, so titanium is worth 3 mega credits for buying cards that have the space tag. Steel is worth 2 mega credits for buying cards that have the builder tag. This increases those numbers. So let's get this into play soon. Now, should have done it at the very first of the turn, but that's okay. And we'll end our turn for now. Red got a card. Sponsors, increases mega credit production by 2. And a magnetic field dome. That increases plant production by 1. Yellow is like the Inventors Guild, which gives them a little card advantage. Green is... They pass. Okay, so green's out of this turn already. Okay, I've got 13 credits left and a steel and a 3 titanium. But now, again, my titanium... Okay, so this robotic workforce... I'm gonna look real quick at my cards that I've played. It's with a card that you've already played. Oh, like beam from thorium, increase heat production by 3 and energy production by 3. Wow, that oh, I think it has to be, I think the building, it can only replicate the ability of a card that has a building tag, so I don't think I can do that one. I could increase oxygen by 2 by doing a strip mine. Let's make these a little larger so it's easier for you guys to see them. Strip mine, increase oxygen by 2, but at a cost of basically wiping out my energy production, but increase steel and by 2 and titanium by 1. That would be pretty interesting. The Callisto mine, Callisto penal mines. Oh yeah, some things better just not think about it too hard. Energy production by 1, titanium production by 1, mega credit production by 1 for every 2 builder tags, and I know that I've got quite a few builder tags. Let's see, I've got 11 builder tags, so that would increase my mega credit production by 5. That's interesting. I think it might be good to get this card out sooner than the robotic workforce. Okay, so that's going to cost me 9 credits. I'm wondering if I can get another builder tag in place this turn. No, probably not, because I've spent most of my steel. I don't... Maybe if there's a real cheap one. Let me see what I have over here. No. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna do the robotic workforce, and then I'm going to yes, I want to play it, and it's gonna presumably tell me which one I want to do it on. I think I'm gonna do it on the 1 mega credit per 2 builder tags. I mean, what's worth more, 5 mega credit production or losing 2 energy and getting 2 steel and 1 titanium? I know I'm going for steel and titanium, but I'm also way ahead on steel and titanium. This would also put me in the running maybe a little bit more seriously for the mega credit production. Also, it's income. I'll benefit from that extra 5 credits every single turn after this. Okay, that is, I'm gonna skip my second action. I will still be playing for the rest of this generation. By the way, Terraforming Mars, one thing I love about this game is just how epic everything is. You know, thorium beams from nearby asteroids, underground nuclear detonations, all sorts of stuff. Also, the scale of time. Each turn is a generation of human life. That's just cool. All right, so it's back to me, and let's see what. Okay, why is it not showing my cards? That's weird. In milestones, is it just decided that I can't play any cards because I don't have enough money? Is that what's going on? Normally I would have cards here to look at. Do I have my tag? Yeah. Oh, there they are. Okay, I just had to reset. All right. It will highlight which cards I can play. I could play the energy tapping. I don't think I want to play energy tapping. It's a negative victory point. As a reminder, you also have standard projects that you can do. These, you don't need a card. If you just have the money it takes, you can just do it. I think one thing I'm going to do, it's not like you don't get much money, but you can sell patents. You can sell a card for 1 credit. And I think one thing I might want to do is sell um, a card or two that I know I don't want to use. Just that way I don't have to keep thinking about it every time. Like I'm going to sell energy tapping and let's see, regular theater. Sorry. No, I want to keep all these science tags. I want to keep that one. Green, symbiotic fungus, space haven, water, splitting plants. I mean, I guess you know, some of those I don't think I might ever play, but if I'm not like desperate for money, maybe I shouldn't sell them because you know it just removes an option and you don't get that much for it. Okay, I got one more card to play. I could play the satellites. Um, Maybe I just go ahead and do this. I know if I wait longer, I'll get more production. But how many? Well, those are both space tags. If I play it now, but there's an opportunity. Yeah, I'm going to play it now. I know it'd be worth more later, but I don't have. Let's see. But you know, you can wait too long to play something just you know for more benefit, but it's cumulative benefit. It's benefit every turn. So the sooner you play it, the more the benefit's going to start kicking in. Yellow players passed. So yellow and green both passed. It's just down to me. I don't have much left to spend. I don't think there's any cards I can play. Nope, no cards I can play. And I don't want to use that action. So I am done. I'm gonna pass. Okay, so I passed. If you pass in your first action, you're done for that turn. If you pass in your second action, you still get to. You're still in it. Now we're just waiting until everybody's passed. Red is still. Oh, we're doing production. That's right. That's what it was just doing. So at the end of your turn, the turn structure starts with us drafting cards, and then buying some of those cards optionally, and then we all take turns taking actions, and then the thing that happens at the end is production. That's when I talked about how all these different resource categories, you have a certain amount of production each turn. That happens at the end of the turn. All those produce. So that's why my credits are so much higher. Keep in mind, I also not only did I gain 14 credits because of my mega credit production has skyrocketed to 14. I also get my terraforming rating, which is 25 on top of that. So 25 and 14 is 39. I'm at 42 because I had 3 mega credits left over from last time. Okay, so let's look at, there's a new crop of cards to buy. Let's take a look at them. Let's make them a little larger, to draft, I should say. I can place this next to an adjacent city tile, and I can spend 7 credits to increase my steel production by 1. I know I said I want to have max. You know, I'm in the running for maximizing my steel and titanium. Let me look real quick, see if anybody increased theirs. No. It's just that my production is already higher than everybody else's, so I don't know how much I want to try and keep doing that. On the other hand, if I don't draft, I might draft this card but not buy it just to keep somebody else from getting it, because It would give somebody a chance to, it would help them catch up. Okay, so imported GHG is increase your heat production by 1 step and gain 3 heat. Okay, I'm not pushing hard on that. It is an event. It's pretty cheap. I would get 2 credits back for it because it's an event. That's the ability of my corporation. Power supply consortium. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look too exciting. Oh, Lake Marineris. Marinara. Let's bring me the spaghetti. We're going fishing. Okay, that is. Does that not have a tag? It doesn't have a tag. That's interesting. But it's 2 victory points, and you get to raise water by 2, to place 2 ocean tiles, which is going to give you 2 more victory points through increased terraforming rating, and the cost is going to be 18 plus 3 by is 21. The standard project for just paying outright to place an ocean tile, I think, is about 18, if I remember right. So that's a pretty good deal, I think. I think this is the one I'm going to keep. I wish that it wasn't. I wish it had more interesting tags. Am I okay, I'm not bypassing any science tags, so okay, that's it. That's what I'm going to keep. All right, let's see what the next 3 cards are. This is always exciting. Okay, first of all, there's no science tags, so insects, meh. The domed crater. It's worth a victory point. Place a town. Get 3 more mega credits of production, which gives me puts me in an improved position for that award, which is nice. The corporate stronghold, -2 victory points. Okay. Yeah, I don't. No, we're not doing that one. Okay, I think. The domed crater, thus further dooming my any chance of having a lot of energy production for doing funky things with them. Okay, and then now we got 2 more. Oh my gosh, there's another big water placement one here. Okay, so these space, these ones with a space tag are interesting because my titanium can help me buy them. They're usually very expensive, but my titanium is worth 4 credits a piece now, and I've got 4 titanium right now. I mean, if I should be buying one of these expensive space tags like every other turn. So I think I also get 2 credit because of interplanetary cinematics. I get 2 mega credits as a rebate every time I throw an event. But I get to take 6 planets off of somebody else's tiles. I think I'm gonna take that. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Everybody getting their Gen Con plans ready? Hope to see you at Gen Con. See all you people there. Paul, I know I'm going to see you there. It's great. How to set these cards. Sure, I'll see Gabriel there, and Steve's coming this year. I'll see you. I know I'll see Marcus there. Marcus is always so busy. Him and I are busy in very different places, so we often don't see each other much at Gen Con. Okay, so now I got to decide which of these I want to buy. I have a lot more money now, so I'm tempted to spend. Okay, none of them have science tags, so none of them are priority for that. I do want to buy. I got 2 cards that build 2 waters. So here's the cool thing about the metrics. I mean, when you have a chance to cost effectively increase one of the 3 metrics, water, oxygen, temperature, then I mean that is the point of the game, and you will get it increases your TR. So that's every turn after that you're going to get extra income. Also, you're taking those from somebody else being able to do them, right? So like if I take these 2 cards There's only 6 more. Oh, somebody played an ocean tile. I missed it. There's only 6 more ocean tiles that can be played. And by buying these 2 cards, if I mean, I could conceivably, I think, play both of these cards this turn. Oh, by the way, the heat. Oh, this one. Lake Marinara. Heat has to be at or above 0 degrees. That's a long time from now. I'm not going to take that one now. Okay, I am going to take the giant ice asteroid. Giant ice asteroid. I love it. What am I going to do? Hurl it at the planet? Maybe. Who knows? And the domed crater. Let me see. 3 mega credit production and 1 victory point. And Cloud City. We're not doing that. Okay. I am going to show remarkable restraint and only buy 2 cards. Wow. Oh, Paul says you just finalized your hotel flight rental events this weekend. Nice. I've been playing that game myself recently. Okay. We are done drafting, so we can act. So I have... So there's a little game we can play here on the energy front that I don't know how smart the AIs are. If you look over at the energy tracker on the right side, this vertical pair of bars where a pop-up just comes up. When these metrics hit a point where there's a little shaded box off on one side or something on out just to the right or left of these gauges. That's an award you get for being the player who caused that metric to land on that spot. So if you're the player that increases the temperature from -26 to -24, right now it's at -28, but basically not the next player that increases the temperature, but the event after that, which could be the same player, you'll get a permanent increase in heat production. It's not a game-breaking sort of benefit, but it's a nice little benefit to get. So there's kind of a little game of waiting until you can do both of them at once. And so I am, even though I could increase the heat, I'm not going to, because I'm going to hold back on the chance that I'll be able to be that person. I will have, let's see, next turn I will have 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'll be 1 shy. Huh. Maybe I should have one of those cards that increases my energy production by 1. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. It doesn't hurt to wait. It doesn't. I mean, I guess if I go sooner, then I get the TR bonus sooner, which converts to gold or mega credits. But let's go ahead and do this. I can place a greenery. Let's see. Wait. Let me think about where I want to place a greenery. Okay, I'm blue, right? And is it true I haven't built anything on Mars? Interesting. Yeah, I have not built anything on Mars. So that's also another question, is when do you stop buying projects and start building stuff on Mars? All the AIs have started playing that game, and I haven't. Well, not quite yet. I want to get some of these cards in play that I got. 2 cards? Who are you? Armando. Yeah, right. I know. Okay, so let's use my cardigrades. Let's do that. Confirm. And let's... I'm not going to use energy. Let's do... Oh yeah, let's do this thing. Draw a card. Did I get a micro? That is a micro, isn't it? Ants? Or was that animals? I mean, ants are animals, but is that a micro card? I think it is. Yeah, I think I finally got it. I don't remember what I got, but I think I got it. Search for life. Confirm. Yes, okay, that's right. Okay, so what was all that about? I had this card called Search for Life, which every turn you can spend once every turn you can spend a credit to draw a card. If it has a microbe on it, then you get to put a science marker on here. And I don't know if that science counts at, let's see, cards played. I get a better look at the card if I go here. I think somewhere. It's a blue card. Search for Life. Okay, Search for Life. Here's a long description. Spend 1 mega credit to reveal and discard the top card of the draw deck. If that card has a microbe tag, add a science resource on the card. Science resource. I don't know if that's the same thing as a science tag. Add 3 VPs for 1 or more science resources on this card. Okay, so now that I have one, I don't think there's any point in continuing to spend money on it. Yeah, because you get 3 victory points for 1 or more. Huh. I mean, maybe if they each count as a tag, but I don't know that they do. I don't think that they do. So, okay. I did 2 actions, so I'm done. Red goes. Red's using their Martian rails like they do every turn. I think it's spend an energy and get 8 mega credits, which is nice. If you've got energy production, then why not put it to converting it to 8 gold? 8 gold. Why do I always say 8 gold? Okay, Arctic algae. There goes green. And they're building. Stuff on Mars. Okay, back to me. Heat has not been raised, so Okay, so I gotta start weighing some of these versus the benefits of actually starting to do projects on Mars and get stuff done. Let's do that water thing though. Let's do this giant ice asteroid. Let's use as much titanium as we can. Or do we want to wait a turn and pay for it entirely with titanium? 7 times 4, almost entirely with titanium. Nah, let's just do it and get. Oh, hey. Let's see. Did somebody raise the heat? Nobody has raised the heat. Okay, so here we go. This is going to raise the heat by 2, so I'm going to get that little benefit I was talking about of being the guy that being the corporation that increases the heat from -26 to -24 or whatever it was. Okay, so 4 16 and 20 is 36. Okay, let's do this. Yes, I want to play the giant ice asteroid. Yeah, it's increasing my it's going to increase my terraforming rating by 4. 2 from the waters and 2 from the heats. And so my oh, it wants, okay, by the way, what it's doing right now is it wants me to place these ocean tiles. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to place one here. You get 2 credits for it. Anytime you place a tile next to an ocean tile, you get 2 mega credits. So there we go. 2 more. So my mega credits went from 15 to 19. I also get 2 mega credits back for playing an event. Okay, so I can go down and steal plants from other players. I don't steal them, I just cause them to lose them. So yeah, I don't think I'm not really smart enough to know who I should be worried about the most. Just take it arbitrarily. From red. What's there next? Yes, okay, so my mega credit, my terraforming rating went from 25 to 29. because I increased heat by 2 and water by 2. Yeah, I think that was a really good move. Let's do a standard project. I think next turn I'm gonna build a city. If the spot's available, I'm gonna build it over here somewhere. We'll see what happens. You can also go out and build a city next to somebody's greenery. At the end of the game, every greenery that you build is worth a point, in addition to the point you got for raising the oxygen level by 1 when you build a greenery. Every city you have at the end of the game is worth 1 point for every greenery next to it. So it is kind of fun if somebody starts building a lot of... People tend to build cities first, and then so that they kind of know where they can put greeneries to help them and without helping other players any more than necessary. Okay, let's see what else I want to play. The Steelworks. I don't think that's kind of water spitting plant. Okay. I think. Oh, what does this do again? After you pay for a standard project, except for selling patents, you gain 3 mega credits. I think I want to get this into play. That'll effectively reduce the cost of standard projects, which I foresee doing an increasingly often soon. So it's good to get that into play. It's a rebate instead of a discount, so you have to have enough money to do the standard project, and then you get 3 credits back. Okay, GHC producing something. Yellow is going. Inventors Guild. Yellow has a lot of card advantage stuff going on, I can see. Which, then the question is, are they smart enough to make good use of that? How good is the AI? I did set the AIs at medium because I wasn't feeling real confident about my skill at this game. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that was a good choice or not. I do want these games to be close enough to be interesting. Okay, I'm not going to do that action. I could do heat went up by 1 again. I'm going to get both the heat awards because now the heat went up by 1. Somebody increased it, so I'm going to increase it once more. Convert 8 heat to increase temperature. So heat production goes up by 1, and I got the terraforming rating. Okay, so that's just kind of funny. All right, let's see if there's a card I want to play. The Beam. Wow, 2 energy and 2 heat. Then I would have energy to do Steelworks. I think I will go ahead and do this combo. Yeah, put an energy. Okay, it lowers my mega credit production, but increased energy and heat. So I am going to be in the running for the Thermalist Award if it gets funded. Oh, Red Belt City, right where I was thinking about building city. Okay, that's okay. There's still interesting spots out there. You do kind of have to. You can wait too long, and I am worried that maybe I have waited a little longer than I should have to start building stuff on Mars. Because you eventually run out of places to build cities. Because a city, you can't build a city next to an existing city. Oxygen has now gone from 5 to 6. Temperature is really starting to move. You know, I thought... Okay, well, let's not go there. Wow. Okay, do I could build steelworks? Oh, because I have a whole bunch of steel, and those are worth 3 each now. Or I can build the water splitting plant. I am going to have to build all those space tags. Okay. Let's do the steelworks. 4 energy to raise oxygen by 1. The other one only costs 3 energy to raise oxygen by 1. But this one gives you 2 steel. And I'm generally seem to have more opportunities for that. Okay, to buy it, I gotta spend steel. Okay. 4, I don't have. Okay, I'll spend 5. That's fine. And then I'm going to skip my second action. I don't know that I have anything else to do in this turn, but sometimes I'm playing and I'm like, I don't know if I'm done or not, but I've done one action. I'll just skip my second action. Gives me time to think about it. But it's harder to think about it in this situation while the AIs are going, because I don't think it'll let me look at my cards while the AIs are playing. Okay, back to me. Let's see if I have anything I can play. No cards I can play. No actions left to play. Okay, I'm done. I could buy a greenery, but I'm gonna wait until I get my city out there. Okay, back to... Oh, now it's doing the production. Okay, oxygen's up to 7. Temperature's up to -18. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the ocean tiles are placed. Yeah, it's good I didn't buy that one card. There's no way there's still going to be any ocean tiles to place by the time we get to 0 degrees centigrade. Okay, choose a card to keep. Okay, so I've got a lot of cards. I really do need to start getting more disciplined about not keeping too many cards, not buying too many cards. Okay, so what does cartel do? 1 mega credit production for each earth tag you have. Earth tags are pretty rare. I don't tend to do anything. I think I might take the mangrove. Let's see, just because it's a victory point. And you get a place a greenery tile. So it's a... Is that right? Let me look at that again. Place a greenery tile on any area reserved for ocean and raise oxygen by 1 step. Okay, so this is slightly... Oh, but you have to wait till temperature gets to 4 degrees Celsius. Okay, I don't want to spend money now for something I'm not going to be able to play for a long time. We do have multiple waters, though. That's not that exciting. For me, for my strategy, this is increased energy production by 1 step for each power tag you have, including this one. How many power tags do I have? See, so what am I going to do with all that energy production? I keep saying that, but then I run into things that, well, if I had energy production, I could do this. How many energy tags do I have? That's not the right menu. Here we go. I have 5 energy tags, plus 5 energy production. I just don't see my... Yeah, I'm going to take it anyway. Actually, I'm going to take the mangrove instead, just because it's worth a victory point, and I know I mean, I might not decide to buy it, but it might be worth hanging on to until we get to that point, because it is a cheaper way of getting a greenery on the map. Okay, so now the next 3 things to buy: pets. Animals may not be removed from this card. When any city is placed, add an animal to this card. That's a really good one to get early. I think most of the cities have been placed now. Soil factory. 1 victory point, decrease. But yeah. Oh, by the way, unless it's a science tag, it's not a science tag. Okay. Any of these science tags? This one's a science tag. Max of negative 14 degrees Celsius. Yeah, we're not to 14 degrees Celsius yet. So, all right. And last choice, I can do. Oh, there's another comet. Did I keep the comet last time? I don't know. I'm gonna take this. It is, if in case you're worried, well, Peter hasn't built anything on Mars. He has no chance. That might be true. But I will say, I played this game with Paul Peterson once, and he described it as, like, never set foot on Mars the entire game. He never built anything on Mars to anyone. So it is possible. Not saying that I am in that strong of a position, but it is possible to win the game and never set foot on Mars. Okay, so which of these do I want to buy? Let's see. Well, let me look at what cards I have in my hand. How many big event cards do I have in my hand? I got one. Deimos down. Okay, do I want another one right off the bat? 21, it's not that expensive one. I think I'll take, yeah. Play the theme. I definitely want the science tag, and I'm not gonna get the mangrove. So, all right. I kept somebody else from getting it. Maybe, who knows? Okay, there goes red with their Martian rails. Martian rails. That's kind of a boring name for a rail company. We like on Earth having Earth rails. But I guess if you put Mars, I think Mars or Martian as an adjective probably makes any noun exciting. Okay, I think it's coming up on me. Screen. Okay, I'm going to do a quick check on what everybody's key metrics are. Red has megacredit production of 15. Okay, I am not in first place on megacredit production. Okay, but everything else is pretty low. Yellow is creeping up on steel and titanium production. Okay, green also has pretty strong megacredit production. Okay, so thinking again about these awards, not sure it's time to fund one yet, but I am in second place on banker. I plan to be in. I think I'm going to have science. I've been prioritizing science tags the whole time. I already have 5 science tags in play, and I think I have a couple more in my hand. Thermalist. I think I'm going to get Thermalist. With energy and heat production, what they are. And miner is pretty strong. Okay, so the thing is, I love this little game. Sort of the mini game around this thing. There are 5 of these awards. Only 3 of them can get funded. In other words, only 3 of these awards are going to yield someone victory points at the end of the game. So what you wanted, so there's a motivation to do them early. Also, the first award that gets funded only costs 8. Then the second award costs some number more than that. I think it might be increments of 8. So the second one might be 16, the third one might be 24. I think that's right. So they get more expensive to fund. Also, you want so the motive to fund early is to do it cheaply and to make sure the ones that you think you can win are going to get funded. But that also means that you've broadcast to everybody which awards are going to be in the game. So if I do the scientist tag now, I'm going to go ahead and do it. If I go ahead and fund the scientist tag, now everybody's going to be looking for science tags. And where so far they've, maybe they've just been passing them to me. I don't know if the AIs are that smart. Who knows? Also, if I can get these 3 funded, scientist, thermalist, and miner, if I fund all of these, then landlord, who I know doesn't get funded, and I know I would lose it at landlord. Also, you do get a second place tie. You don't have to be first. First is best. You get 5 victory points for being first, 2 victory points for being second. So I think I'm going to stay committed to science tags, building energy and heat production so that I can accumulate a lot of heat, and miner, but in that order. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fund the scientist award. And before I spend all my money, let's see. Do I have a card that lets me build a city? Yeah, Phobos Spacer. Oh, no, that puts it on Phobos. It doesn't help. Oh, Domed Crater. This, I get it. Gain 3 plants, place a city tile, decrease your energy production by 1 step, and increase mega credit production by 3. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and build this. And I can lower the cost significantly by using steel. You can't do that with a standard project. So by spending all my steel on this, it only cost me 12 mega credits. And I get to place out a city, and so I can start building plants around it. Yeah. Okay, so now it's asking me where I want to build a city. So I think I want to build a city. Maybe if I build here or here, then I may get some help. Remember, each city is going to be worth one victory point for every greenery that's next to it. So if I build one here, then I've got a couple spots where I can build greeneries up here. And also, it's possible that green and yellow may build some greeneries here to help me out. I can't build in the spot that's northwest of the tile though, because that's reserved for oceans. Although if I'd have kept the mangrove, I think the mangrove lets you build a greenery where ocean tiles normally would go. Here, if I build down where you see that by my pop-up here, I pick up 2 mega credits for building next to an ocean tile, and the same sort of dynamic at play. Also, conversely, as I'm building green tiles, I'm helping one of the other players. But whenever you do something that helps another player, if it's helping you by the same amount, there's this like, oh, I don't like to help that other player. Don't think of it that way. Think of it as pushing every other player behind by 1. So yeah, okay. So if I build a city here, and then build a greenery right next to the red city and my city, then yeah, red and I each get a victory point. But a better way of looking at that is to think that green and yellow each lose a victory point. Effectively, mathematically, that's what's going on. And that sounds good. So I'm going to go ahead and place this here just for no real reason other than the fact that I'll get 2 mega credits from being, between these 2 choices. This might have been an interesting choice down here in the bottom in the southwest corner too. I'm not quite sure. Okay, I'm on Mars. Yay, I have a foothold on Mars. Woohoo. Okay, I'm gonna end my turn for now. There goes red. Red has bought the cartel. They've sold their soul for a higher mega credit production. Yellow is building business network. It's green is acquired company. 3 mega credit production. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of the AIs are definitely going for high mega credit production. So I'm pretty much thinking that I don't want to see the banker funded. Okay, so now, yeah, thermalist and miner. I think I've got a really strong position on those two. If I can just get them all funded. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I think sooner I fund them, then the better off I should be, because I really don't want to see banker or landlord get funded. Okay, I don't have enough to fund another one right now, but let's do tardigrades. Yes, confirm tardigrades. All that work with the tardigrades, I think it's going to be worth. I think there's a chance it might get to be worth 3 victory points by the end of the game. That tardigrades is basically this. We played this in the last. Is it back to me already? It's worth 1 victory point for every 4 tokens, and every turn I can put 1 token on there. So if this goes till 12 turns since when I played it, that would be 3 victory points. Okay, so no action left. Wait, I thought I... Does it think I don't have any actions I can do? Is that it? No, I could increase heat. Right? I've got... Okay, maybe it's because I did 2 actions. Okay, I probably just spaced out there a little bit and forgot where I was at in the turn order. I thought it was... I thought the situation was different. Okay, here goes red, there's the yellow. The competition's pretty tight for the terraforming ratings. Mine's at 30, yellow's is at 30, red's at 27, green's further behind at 22. Okay, yeah, I do got actions left. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and increase this heat. Yes, increase temperature by 1, and let's build a greenery. I might as well build it up here by the ones that aren't going to give victory points to other players first. Okay, that gave 2 credits and get 2 mega credits next to the ocean. Okay, let's end my turn for now. Okay, back to me. Let's see if I got any actions left I want to use. This lets me spend any amount of energy to gain that much mega credits. Okay, I don't really want to be siphoning off. Well, what I want to watch for is just make sure nobody... Oh my gosh, red has 11 energy production. Wow, and I have 10 energy and heat production. Okay, so they actually can produce more heat than me. They jumped up a lot of energy production all at once. So now, and did I just fund the thermalist? I just did. Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, so I am going to start conserving my energy and heat. Let's see. Red has 6 points of heat, and I have 7 points of energy plus heat. So, interesting. Well, do I mean, second place is still worth 2 points. Let's see, symbiotic fungus. What does this do? Minimum of 14 degrees Celsius temperature, and it will add a microbe to another card. Is that worth 4 credits? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'll play that. Put it on my tardigrades. It must have just made that choice for me. It's not asking me what I want to do next. Okay, let's see, another action. Okay, oh, it's a blue card. I see. I brought it into play, and now I can use the action to put the. Okay, so I get to do that every turn. Okay, well that might end up with an extra victory point or two. Okay, that's in that turn. And let's see here. I can't play any of these cards. I don't think, I wish I knew whether these count as, if each of those science resources counts as a science tag. I don't think they do. Otherwise, so I don't see any use in continuing to use Search for Life. So I'm going to stop doing that. And okay, let's pass. Okay, Generation 11. Let's see, Food Factory. Nah. Viral enhancers. Let's see, what does this do when you play it? Any of these? When I play a plant, microbe, or an animal tag, including this, place one plant, gain one plant, or add one resource to that card. Okay, and it's a science tag. Oh, and here we go, natural preserve. Max oxygen level 4%. We're past that, so this can't be played. Artificial Lake. I would like to get that card. Another lake for a discount would be good, but I'm gonna take the. Let's see, they're both science tags. This one is place the Mars tile next to no other tile. Increase your mega credit. That's my one step, and it's a victory point. I think I'm gonna take. I want to take one of these two science tags and just figure out which one of these I like better. I haven't really been. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this one. One minute. Just because it's definitely worth one more victory point. Okay. And it's a science tag. Okay, great. Keep. Yep. Okay, so the next three cards to draft from. I could increase plant production by 3. Let's see. This one has to have a temperature above -4. We're not there yet. This one has a temperature above 0. We're not there yet. This one is cloud seeding. Lose a mega card production, lose a heating production, gain 2. I'm in the run for Thermalist. I'm in a tight race for Thermalist, so I don't think I want any of those. Okay. I mean, there's another option. I've got all this this caretaker contract. Well, we'll be able to play it for quite a while. 0 degrees Celsius. I mean, we are getting up there. If I start losing, if I don't think I can win Thermalist, and I could be dumping all my energy into increasing my terraforming rating. Since I have a lot of energy, this card could potentially be really valuable. Okay, I'm going to take that card, even though I know I'm not going to be able to play it for a while. And this next group, I'm going to take the science tag. What does it do? I'm just curious. I might as well see what it does. Spend 2 mega credits to draw a card. Place a restricted special tile. Alright, okay. Yeah, we'll keep that. Okay, drafting is over. Now I get to decide which of these 4 cards I want to buy. Let's see. Well, I think I think I want all these science tags and this caretaker contract. That just looks too good. All right, done. Yes. Okay. Yellow's playing. Green is playing. Yeah, their mega card production is up to 17 now. 19. Make that. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna compare metrics real quick. I'm mainly looking. Yeah. Okay, so yellow is up to. Okay, they haven't increased their titanium and steel production anymore. Green is really owning the mega credit production, and red is really owning the energy production. So I am still feeling like I would rather have miner get funded than banker or landlord, so I'm going to fund it. And that's a lot of money to be spending, but there it is. Now let's go tardigrades. Firm and red. Pass to red. Oh, what was that? Physics conflict. That looked pretty interesting. Goes yellow, Inventor's Guild. That's where they look at the card, buy it or discard it. Livestock. There's a cow. There's a cow on Mars now. Well, there's a card that's been played that has a cow on it. So, yeah, I think that's cool. There's a cow on Mars. Milk! Milk that cow. All right. Wow. Okay, so red has. I'm going to watch each turn what red does with their energy and heat. They have slightly higher production. Remember, unused energy becomes heat. So when you're thinking about this race towards a thermalist, you really want to watch how much production and inventory of both items someone has. Okay, so they have 16 in inventory between energy and heat. I have 17. Okay, I'm not gonna spend, I guess, and see what they do. I mean, yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold on to it. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to hold on to all that heat and lose that award when I could be spending that heat on increasing the heat of the planet. I mean, each increase in the heat of the planet is also worth a victory point, and the award's only worth 5 victory points. Although it's a swing though, because any ones that I take, someone else doesn't. Okay. Well, I know I want to use my symbiotic fungus to add a microbe to my tardigrades. Yes, I know I do want. I know I definitely want to do that. And I don't think I want to use either one of those 2 cards just yet. Okay, let's do. We've got to do let's do one of these big events. You know me. I like big events. Where? Oh, here they are. Here they are. So this one will add 3 to the temperature and 4 steel. This one will add 1 heat and 1 water. I think I want to do this one first. And we're going to make it as cheap as we can. There we go. Yes, I want to play Comet. Okay, so now it's going to let me add a... I'm going to put it there, add a ocean tile there. And then, yeah, let's take planets away from Saturn systems because they're the ones that are competing with me. Now I do have an opinion of who I should be picking on. It's not going to be that big a deal, but since I'm in a tight running for Thermalist Award with red, right? It's red, right? That has the really high power production. Okay. Going. No, red is going. Yellow. I passed, like, on the first action, so I'm out of this turn. That was, I did not mean to do that. I'll admit it. I did not mean to do that. That's okay. I didn't, I got my once per a turn actions in, so it didn't hurt me that bad, and it means that I'm going to have a lot more resources to play with next turn, so. Oh no, it is. I am still in. Okay, so sometimes, okay, why I got confused is sometimes a card gets played that affects another player, and so I was seeing it go back and forth between red and yellow because they were affecting each other somehow, and thinking like, oh, I guess I'm not getting turns anymore. Turns out, I thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. There we go. Okay, I don't want to do any of these actions anymore. It's just, and I don't want to, let's see, red is still sitting on 15 inventory, so I'm still going to hold on to my heat and energy inventory. Can I play this other one? No, not yet. Okay. Let's see, which of these... I've got 23 credits. Okay. This, I don't think, since I'm hoarding energy, I don't think I'm going to ever build that card. This research, oh, 2 science tags. That's why I want to build it eventually. I don't need to build it now. I can wait and see how close the run is. That benefit isn't that amazing. It's nice, but, well, it's a victory point too. I probably most certainly will build it, but I can kind of wait and build that later because it's not improving my infrastructure. Restricted area is place restricted, and it lets me spend 2. Well, that's also, okay, these are science tags. On the other hand, if I wait too long to build all these science tags, I won't get them into play. What is the situation? How close is the competition? Red has 3 to my 5. Okay, I'd like to increase that that spread a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. I'm going to do this one. Okay, so I can drop down a restricted area anywhere. This is like one that's kind of pop in to screw somebody else up. Like this spot here, just, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but between Green's 2 cities. That's a good spot for Green to build in because it gives him 2 victory points because the greenery would be next to 2 cities. This one over here is probably good too. I think I'll just take this one. There we go. Restricted area. Sorry, Bozo. Alright. And... okay, we'll skip. Red played adaptation technology. That's kind of interesting. What it does is you've seen a lot of these cards have a restriction on when you can play them based on like, is the oxygen high enough, or is the oxygen too high, or is temperature high enough or too high, etc. um, that adaptive technology allows you to change those metrics for yourself by 2 points. So I don't know, I always found it sounds cool. That really is. I've played that card before and never felt like I got that much out of it. Okay, 2 credits for a card. I don't know. That's I mainly played that for the science tags. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Any cards I haven't want to play? Don't see a lot of two. I think I'll just go ahead and get these other 2 science cards out of here. And I picked up a couple cards in the process. Don't know if they're any good. We'll find out. I guess I'll take a look right now. I'm not sure which 2 cards they were. Oh, I think Protected Habitats is one. Opponents may not remove your plant, animal, and micro resources. That's pretty nice if you're making a big investment in those areas. Okay. Let's see. I'm at 17 inventory versus 15 inventory on on energy and heat. I think I'm just gonna skip my second action. I might jump back in. Okay, back to me, and Red is still accumulating their energy, and like I don't see any reason to spend the money to build this card. 3 energy, well, yeah, I just to increase oxygen is nice. What else I have over here? No, I only have one. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait. Why isn't it not letting me play this one? I have a lot of steel. Oh, max temperature is less than or equal to 4 degrees oxygen. Okay, then let's sell that card so that I quit looking at it. Yeah, this one. We'll select. Okay. So, all right. And we'll skip a second action. Red goes. Back to me. I think that unless Red has dipped in, oh, they have used some of their energy. They're down to 9, and I am at 17. I'd like more of a lead than that before I start siphoning stuff off. So I'm going to call that good. We'll pass. Okay, we're doing production. Okay, we are drafting again. Okay, uh, Lake Marnars. Oh, we're recycling through these cards. Okay, do we still have two? Oh no, all the ocean tiles have been placed. So this Lake Marnar isn't any good. Insulation is interesting for if you want to be the banker. Oh, breathing filters. Yes, that's a good one. Oxygen is greater than 7%. It's worth 2 victory points. Doesn't do anything, but it's also a science tag. Science tag. So I'm going to keep that one. Okay, coming back. The permafrost extraction for an ocean tile is worthless at this point. Yeah, we have maxed out one of the 3 metrics. Lava flows gains 2 heat. I'm going to take this Great Escarpment Consortium because I don't want somebody else to take any of my steel production, even though I've got a decent lead. You never know. Don't want somebody to improve theirs and hurt mine at the same time. And instructional microbes. I'm going to select that just to keep somebody else from buying it. I'm probably not going to buy it myself. Okay, now I get to see what cards I want. Okay, real quickly, I'm going to look at my metrics here. Green is not a threat in the categories I'm doing. Red is still a threat for the Thermalist Award. Yellow has not. They're still kind of a threat, possibly on the Minor Award, but not really. Not yet. Okay, so I am not going to take either one of these that increase. All these ones that increase. So I'm going to start. I got to play the cards that I have in my hand that I want to play. I'm going to assume that my production of steel and titanium is sufficient at this stage. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the breathing filters. 2 victory points plus another science tag. Okay. Okay, my turn. Let's do the actions first so I don't forget. Let's do the tardigrades. Yes. Confirm. And then let's do the symbiotic fungus. So I add a microbe to the tardigrades card again. Yeah, that's tardigrades getting that early, and now this this other one, whatever it was, has turned out to be really, really nice. Okay, that ends my turn for now. Red goes. Green is. They have a thing where they can spend a coin to get, or a mega credit, excuse me, to get a bunch of money, or a plant for a bunch of money. So that's what I've seen them do that several times. So that must be an action that they get to do every turn. All right, so my turn. Do I have any more actions? I'm probably not. Okay, let's build. Let's get. Let's get this Phobos. Let's get the breathing too. I don't want to wait until the end to get all my science tags out, although that makes a certain amount of sense. I'm going to skip my next action, and I'm going to take a short bio break, and I will be right back. All right, we're back. And while I was gone, the AIs took their turn, so now it is back to me. The game kept running, even though I was running elsewhere. Okay, I want to check inventory levels for red. They are at 19 heat plus energy, and I am at 27. I like a little bit more of a lead on that, so I'm not gonna spend 8 on increasing the outlet. Let's see, if I did spend 8, I would be at 19 to their 19, and they still have a 1 point lead. See, if I stay far enough ahead of them, then that 1 point lead won't have long enough to catch up. But I'm also sacrificing this opportunity to increase the temperature. But yeah, I think I'm going to stick with this and see what happens. Okay, I have the option of building a greenery, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Or forget. Yes, convert 8 plants to a greenery. I'm going to do it up here, where I'll get 2 mega credits from building next to an ocean tile, and I'm not helping anyone else. Unless somebody, see now here, somebody could build a city up here. Who knows? Maybe that will be me. I have 2 more actions left. What else do I? The Phobos base station. I've got a couple of space tag events that I can, if I'm patient, play those later. I can pay for them with titanium. Let's see, I have 4 titanium. They're worth 4 points each, so that's 16. I'm just kind of curious, out of all these cards, what ones do I really want to eventually play? Okay, so this one that helps oxygen, there's only 1 degree of oxygen left to do. So, also greeneries help oxygen. I think I want to go ahead and play this. Yeah. And that is going to, yeah, we'll take them off of red, sure. I've been picking on red the whole time. Okay. And ooh, Zeppelins. Red belt Zeppelins. Yellow is building a rover. Green passed. Now it's back to me. I am going to, let's see. Okay, oxygen has been maxed out now. So 2 of the 3 metrics have reached our goals. Temperature still has a ways to go. Let's see. Can I think I can spend enough titanium on this to lower the price down to what I can afford. Yes, I can. I will do that. Play Deimos down. And that increases, that's going to increase heat by several points. And we'll keep picking on red. I'd have a good, pretty strong terraforming position now at 39. I have kind of broken away from the pack a little bit. It's those big events have been popping out. Yep, I'll skip my turn for now. There goes red. Red built another city. So even though oxygen has maxed out, you can still build greeneries. You just won't get any victory points for it. I mean, you'll get the end game victory points, but you won't increase the oxygen. Since oxygen is maxed out in terms of us tracking it, you won't get to increase it further, and therefore you don't get an adjustment at that moment to your TR rating for doing that. Okay, let's see what. Okay, Red's inventory of energy plus heat is down to 10. And I'm at 27. So it is, I believe it's definitely safe for me to increase heat by 1. And before I do much else, let's take a look at awards. This game is actually almost over. It's escalating. Okay, scientist, I'm at 9 to 4. Thermalist, I'm at 16 to 1. Miner, 15. I have the most steel and titanium. I have a lot of steel in inventory. You do have to be careful not to spend all of it in somebody else. You can, in both the Thermalist Award and the Miner Award, especially I think the Miner Award, it's pretty frequent that whoever is in second place on production wins, because the player who's in first place maybe doesn't watch closely enough to make sure that you have to be careful about spending those resources towards the end. So and that's why I keep looking at Red's inventory levels for heat and energy, and Yellow's levels on steel and titanium. I need to be watching a little more closely. Okay, so they're both been. Okay, let's see if I can play a card. The caretaker contract. This is 8 for a turn. That's not any. I could see a scenario where that would have been useful, but since heat is I don't think that's going to help me out. Protected habitats. I don't think it's going to help me out. Water splitting plant. Nope, there's no more oxygen. These things that increase oxygen are worthless now. So, okay, there's no. Doesn't look like there's any cards I want to play, or. I think I want to actually skip and go to the next turn, and just try and build out a greenery or two next turn. Keep my money. Oh, let's see. I've got a lot of steel, more steel than I need to. I could build any of these things that require steel. Okay, is this worth victory points? It's not worth victory points. It's not worth that thing. Okay, no, it's not worth doing. It has no benefit whatsoever at this point. Okay, let's just skip this action. There goes red. Red is. They're building a city or a greenery next to my city too. Nice, thank you. Oh, and they just spent a bunch of energy on something. Great. Okay. So now my inventory is 19 plus 7 is 26. Their inventory is 4. It's almost like they've given up going after this. Okay, so I should go ahead and spend another, let's see, 19 and 7 is 26 if I don't spend anything. And they will have, okay, I think I can spend one more of this if I'm doing my math right. Okay, get another TR. Temperature is up to 4 degrees Celsius. It gets to 2 more adjustments on temperature and the game's over. The game will end next turn if it doesn't end this turn. I'm gonna quit now on this while we're here. Red passing back to me. I'm gonna pass, and we're gonna go one more turn. Okay, this game is almost over. This turn will be the last turn. I am pretty darn certain of that. It's possible it won't be, but I think it will be. Oh, and I'm starting player. Oh, do I want to draft? Let's see. It's just about points at this point. Um, let's look at these cards a little more closely. Ganymede is worth 1 per every Jovian token, right? For each Jovian tag you have. I think. Okay, let's look. I think I want to look at what I still have to cast. I want to get this Phobos space station out, and that's going to cost a bunch of titanium and money. I have a couple of science tags if I need them, but so I don't think I'll have enough resources to play that card too. Space mirrors isn't going to help me. Mineral deposit is not going to help me. Predators. Okay, I'm going to take Ganymede Colony. Just I don't think I want it, but it's the closest thing to something I might want. How's that? Okay, now I got 3 cards. Space Elevator's worth 2 victory points. Can't. Yeah, I'll pick this card. We'll see. Since it's worth 2 victory points, that might be more interesting than the other 2 space tag cards that I have. Okay. There's Big Asteroid. That would end the game. I think it's going to end anyway. And 3 power. Well, I'll just take the Space Asteroid. Just because it's a big asteroid. Big asteroid. Thanks, Armando. Go, Peter, go. Okay, so now which of these cards? Okay, maybe I want to look at the cards I have to see if the space card I have is worth more than 2 victory points, or 2. You know, if this is a better space card to play, given that I'm pretty sure I'm only going to be able to afford 1, because I do want to build a couple of greeneries, probably. And I also want to see how many Jovian tags I have, if any, because this is worth 1 victory point. Ganymede Colony is worth 1 victory point per space tag, or Jovian tag. Whoops, I want to look at. I have none in my hand. Let's look at cards. No, let's look at tags. Tags. Jovian tags. I have 3 Jovian tags. Okay. That's interesting. And that would be 4. So Ganymede Colony is worth 4 victory points. And cards in my hand. Oh, Phobos Space Station is worth 3 victory points. Yeah, so yeah, maybe I should have played that a little sooner. I guess I could play both and not build as many greeneries. Okay, well, I definitely want to keep Ganymede. And Space Elevator. Oh, I can build that with steel. And I think, assuming that I don't do what I just talked about and spend all my steel. Okay. I don't think I need the other 2. Okay, I'm going to spend 6 mega credits out of 72 to do that. This is an example of where I want to play slow, in the sense that I want to stretch this turn out to see what other what the AIs do this turn, because in jockeying for these awards, somebody could be sitting on, you know, human players would definitely be doing this, like, okay, Peter thinks he's going to get Science Award, but I'm sitting on 8 science tags. I'm going to wait until the end of the turn and play him. So I want to see what everybody else does. So I am only going to take, you know, sort of 1 action at a time, even if that means selling patents 1 at a time, to try and make it so that I'm making the crucial decisions after every other player has finished their turn, or at least as many of the players as possible. It's red, it's blue. Well, Hello. Inventors Guild. Oh, that was the interaction. So they have predators. So green just took an animal card off of one of red's cards. Good. Down with red. Okay, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna do the stuff that that kind of wait till everybody. Okay, add a microbe. Yeah, add a microbe to the tardigrades. Yes, to the tardigrades. Woohoo! And then skip. Red, blind security fleet. It's a little late, buddy, to be doing that. That's one where every turn you get to add a jet fighter resource to the card, and it's worth like 1 each at the end of the game, something like that. It can be worth a lot of points, but not if you play in the last turn of the game. Well, what's probably going to be the last turn of the game. We'll see. Green, small animals. Oh, they got the animal strategy going there for sure. And livestock. Yep. Okay, good. Okay, so my turn again. I am just curious. I gotta look at inventory levels. So production is gonna happen in the last turn. Okay, so red is going to end up with 11 if they don't spend any. Okay, so Paul. So as I understand it, a space elevator is all about getting material into orbit efficiently without relying on rocket propulsion or spacecraft. The idea is you get a flexible sort of surface-to-planet pipeline or flexible rail and accelerate bulk materials into orbit, kind of like a vertical hyperloop or bullet train. Biggest issue is balancing flexibility with durability. Old-timey designs involve brick towers and water pressure. Interesting. When I used to work at Boeing, I used to, there were always all these interesting conversations about these sorts of topics. I knew a guy in the same Boeing group that I worked in that wrote a paper called 50 Ways to Leave Your Planet, which was, he was documenting, at the time he wrote it, he had found 50, but he kept adding more. So by the time I left, it was like 80 different ways. I mean, you know, the straightforward things like using a rocket, right? But all the different ideas of how to get off of Earth. And elevators, it's definitely one of them. Okay, let me oh, I have red highlighted. Let me have blue highlighted here. Okay, so I am just going to convert. I do have, let's see, wait. Okay, there's 2 more degrees. The question is, I'd like to get one of those if I can. Okay, so if I wait too long, or red does both. Red doesn't have enough energy to increase temperature. They're going to have 11 inventory, and I am going to have 21. So if I use 8, yeah, I'm also going to get the benefit of the production phase happens, I think, in the last turn. So let's I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these heat opportunities before they both go away. Okay, so now there's I think I did that safely, hopefully. Okay, let's skip. This loose list includes third stage guild navigators. Yeah, it was a really interesting read. A lot of it was over my head. But there were ideas like to have a thing orbiting that would have 2 long tethers that would just spin like this. And at the end, so you'd have this thing at the end that would swoop down to the planet, and you could throw stuff on it when it went by or something like that. And then you'd have the place where it's orbiting from, and then a space station at the other end of the tether, so that you could have some mechanism for grabbing stuff. I mean, some of the ideas were probably just completely ridiculous, but they were like theoretical ideas that could possibly do something. Okay, it's my turn again. Action 1 of 2. Okay, I definitely want to take an action, and there is. Okay, I want to check rules real quick here on. Yeah, I'm curious if you're able to see the rules as I pop them up. Yes, you are. Okay, cool. I'm curious what happens at the very end, game end, when all the parameters are reached. The game ends at the end of that generation. After the production phase, okay, so the production phase will happen in the last turn. Players have one extra chance to convert plants into one or more greenery tiles in player order. This might trigger other effects, right? Okay, so if I understand this correctly, can I escape out of this? Okay. Where are you sending me? Main menu settings. I just want to go back to the game. To allow me to. No, I don't want to leave the game. There we go. I just had to click outside of it. Okay, so I do want to. So we will get production. So the amount of heat I'm going to have at the end right now, based on what things are now, are 10 and 7. I have 10 in inventory, plus the 3 energy are going to come over and converted to heat, plus the 7 production. So that gets me to 20. Red, using the same math, is going to have 11. So I have 9 more. I should have 9 more heat than red, which means, theoretically, yeah, the Skyhook, that's right. That's exactly right, Skyhook. Theoretically, I should be able to spend 8 heat and grab the last one in the game. We'll continue playing out the rest of this turn. But I mean, I think that since I think I can, that means I have to. It's more fun to take this, take the shot, right? It's more fun to take the shot. Okay, but it is my first action, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm kind of nervous about this. Like, I'm going to look really bad if that fails. Okay, Mars is terraformed, but the turn is not over. This is the last turn officially. That's what red does. Now, if red has some way of generating heat in some other way and does that, then I will come in second place on that award instead of first. That would be a shame. Okay, here goes yellow. Tundra farming. Here goes green. Electro catapult. It is interesting how kind of undeveloped. Oh, there was a space tag I saw they brought into play. Mars is, in the sense that I've played most games have had more tiles than this. Like the last game of Terraforming Mars I played, every tile was developed on the planet. Okay, so I'm not going to look at that again, but I am going to look at, let's see, yellow had steel and titanium production. Nobody else has much. Okay, I have a real commanding lead in that, so I'm going to display, well, out of these, we did the math that Ganymede colony is worth 4. Phobos stations were 3, space elevators were 2, so let's do them in that order. Let's do Ganymede. And let's spend... I think I can spend all of my titanium. Because I think I'll... Wait. I looked at production levels, but I didn't look at inventory levels. How much inventory of science and steel do people have? Okay, yellow has... Let's see. Green has 2 tiny... Okay, nobody's carrying a lot of inventory. And yellow's got the best production, has no inventory. Okay, so... yes, I think it should be safe for me to... burn all my titanium. Let's do the Ganymede column. We'll spend all the titanium. And 8 mega credits to play the Ganymede colony. And see, there it is. Woohoo! You got that. It was fun just for that little animation of the colony on Ganymede. Okay, I'm going to skip my second action. Again, I want everybody else to finish their turns. For me, ideally. That's mainly so at the end I can count. In fact, I better do that this next turn. Super Brad on space tags. There's yellow. Yellow passed. Okay, so yellow is done for the game. There goes green. They're doing 1 action. I don't see them doing anything that's going to be useful at this stage of the game, but I could be wrong. Okay, I am just going to sell a patent, just to let's see. Wait, no. I'm not going about this the right way. Okay, sell patent. I'll sell the water splitting plant. Definitely don't need that one. Okay. So, and then skip my next turn. Next action, I should say. Okay, here goes red. Doing 1 action. Second action, GSG factories. Oh, that increased heat production by 4. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I made a mistake. I think I lost that award. I don't know if it means the game, but I think I did. So, red increased their heat production by 4. So, but they spent something. Okay, so they're going to have 4 4s 8. They're going to have 9 heat. And I'm going to have 5 and 7 is 12. And what's funny is these are really low numbers for winning the heat question. When will I be demoing Talisman? Is it on Paul, is there a electronic version? Can you play Talisman on Steam? Do you know? Now as this game I would have to bone up on, because I was never a great Talisman player. I have been, there is a Steam version. Oh, interesting. Okay, maybe Paul, you might have to give me some private tutoring on that game before I go public with it. And it's amazing. Okay, all right. Huh. There's also Titan on Steam. I have Armando, if you're still listening, you could coach me on Titan, meaning the game. Okay, let me I need to do something. It's my turn. Action 1. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna sell another patent just to so I can play last. Definitely not gonna be using this one, so let's sell, and then pass my second action. Skip my second action. Yep. Okay, there goes red. Red passed. Phew. Oh, okay. And green passed. Everybody is passed. Okay. Now that we know the end states for sure. Okay. Red, unless I misunderstand a rule, red is going to end up with 9 heat. And I am going to have 12. Okay. Great. Let's look at the science awards. I've got 9 tags. And minor is, yeah, just way out in front of minor. So I could spend a bunch of steel. I don't know that I have anything I want to spend it on, but let us prioritize. Okay, space elevator is worth 2 points, and Phobos is worth 3. Each of these are gonna. I don't have any more oh, I could build space elevator with steel. Yeah, and I've got a lot of steel I can spend and still have a bunch left over. Okay, yeah, just to make sure. Red's gonna have. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding inventory and production of steel and titanium, because those 4 numbers together are how much inventory they're going to have at the end of the game. So for red, that's 1. For yellow, that's 3. For green, that's 4. So as long I should be able to spend down to 5 steel. 19. Oh, I'm going to produce 7 between steel and titanium. Okay, I can spend all my steel. I'm like pushing this right to the edge. It's kind of scary. Like, I can't believe I'm being a little bit. I mean, you know, if I'm right, I'm right. But, you know, I don't know. I make mistakes. I'm getting old, man. Let's see. It's just, but I think I did all the math right. So I'm going to spend 9 steel, build a space elevator. And besides, who wouldn't want to build a space elevator? By the way, that increased my titanium production by 1, so I'll actually have 8 steel plus titanium at the end of the game. Okay, that's there's no reason to skip my second action now since everybody else is done. Let's see. I don't think this is going to be worth points. Nope. Rotolith theaters, it's not going to be worth points. Designed microorganism. I have enough science tags. Phobos is going to be worth 3 points. Let's spend 25 on Phobos. Bang. There we go. There's another colony on an asteroid, or a, what is Phobos? Phobos supposed to be a moon. Yeah, okay. Now it's, oh, okay, end that turn, but that's going to be my turn again. Let's go. Okay, no cards I want to play. So out of the 35 blocks I have left, I can build a greenery right there. It'll give everybody a point but yellow. So, is it worth doing? Oh, I should build it here. Okay, it's just to the left of my city. That way only green and I get points, which is effectively a -1 for yellow and red. Okay, so let's do that. Let's standard project, build a greenery. Yes, I want to build a greenery, and I'm going to build it there. Okay, now I'm down to 15 mega credits. I don't think it's enough to do anything that will help. The only thing, yeah, I guess there's a chance I could spend 2 credits on a card. Sure. Get a card, see if it somehow is going to give me. Well, it could be worth victory points, right? What is the card? Well, it's saying I can't play it, whatever it is. Oh, it's the Lightning Harvest. Why can't I play that? You have to have at least 3 science tags. I know I do. I have 8 maker credits. Oh, it's because that was my second action of the turn. So I have to end my turn, then let it come back to me, Now, I think, yeah, I think I might have squeezed another victory point out of this. Okay, so Lightning Harvest, I have 3 space tags, costs 8 mega credits. Yeah, all right, that works. Yeah, let's do it. One more victory point out of that. Okay, I think that's it. Does anybody else see Titan? All right, Titan. Yes, Armando. Okay, I think I'm ready to press the button in this game and see what the points are. But I'm not going to play Titan or Talisman next. I'm pretty sure I'm going to play Sid Meier's Civilization 6 next, and which will take several sections. So far, all the strategy games I've played have been tabletop games, but I think Civilization is it's effectively a tabletop game that's done electronically. It's on steroids. It's just too good. Okay, let's skip my second action, and then comes back to me, and I'm gonna skip this turn too. Probably missed something. Maybe there was some way of getting another victory point somehow, but I don't see what it was. Okay, doing the production, and there is after production at the very end of the turn, players that have at least 8 plants will get a chance to build a greenery. And there, in fact, there goes one. Yellow just did it, and green. No, they don't have 8 plants. Okay, so that finishes up. Oh no, they do. Okay, plant conversion. They did do one, looks like. Okay, the game is over. Let's see the points. Okay. I'm greenery points, city points, and victory points. All right. Looks like I just totally ran away with this game. Yay! Okay, I guess I should have set the AIs on hard instead of medium. But it's a win. I'll take it. Woohoo! Let's do the I won video.
Legends will be told about our gaming battles in the farthest reaches of the galaxy.
Thank you, Steve. That's fun. Well, there you go. That was Terraforming Mars. Oh, a new score. Let me go back to the other view here real quick. There's a total scoreboard layout here that showed up. So it showed where the points in the very category. So my TR rating then was 43. Second place was 31. So that got me 12 extra points there. The awards and milestones. So I played very aggressively in this game about awards and milestones. I won 2 awards, and no, I came in first place in all 3 of the awards I funded. That's amazing. I've never done that before. I won 2 milestones. The greenery, I did not do much on Mars. But actually, nobody else did that much more than me on Mars. I mean, Green did pretty good, 11 points from their cities. Those points come from greeneries being next to the cities. And I think that it definitely pays off to be grabbing cards that are worth victory points. So even though I didn't do much on Mars, I won this game from a combination of getting those victory point cards but the milestones and the awards, those things really did it. Actually, that's pretty good. Okay, so note to self, next time, play on the hard AIs. Leave game, yes. All right, I will be back next week to play Civ 6. Sid Meier's Civilization 6. That's what I got. And I've been thinking about like what I want to play, and I think in honor of my buddy Steve Connard, who is giving me so much help on this program and through all my businesses, I'm going to play Canada. Yes, I'm going to play the Empire of Canada in Civilization 6 starting next week. Civilization 6 is, I think, the ultimate strategy game in the world. I think it's really incredible. And Canada has interesting advantages in the tundra, so I'm going to see if I can capitalize on those advantages and bring Canada to a glorious, the most advanced civilization in the world. All right. All right, thanks guys. It was great to hang out with you. Thanks for coming by, for chatting, hanging out, and watching me play, and listening to me yammer on about this game. All right, let's see. Which button do I want? I want the thanks for watching button. Okay. All right. See you next week.